Hi there. I'm going to admit it. I still don't quite know how to handle these live journals that I want to put something over on Scribed where I have the text journals to alert people to the fact that if they like my journals, they can come listen to one, even though they usually read them. And then I get into the writing so much that it turns into a journal that itself deserves to be recorded. So I don't know what to call it, but here we go. This is the one that goes with Spotting Impostors of Light. Only this one isn't. It's written. Wow. This one was fun coming through. It came in powerfully. Though it went 18 seconds over the 15-minute YouTube limit, I couldn't find any seconds I wanted to cut. So here it is. This is some straight talk about imposters of light beings and how we get deceived and taken in by them. What makes us most vulnerable? What are the signs that the being is not what it says it is? Well, come listen to the live recording and let me share my own experiences with you. Not that I name names or anything. That would be to take away from you your ability to hone your own skills to decipher these guys. But I do go through any number of ways to wise up, and I'm betting at least one or two of them will be helpful to you. Two are the biggest. The first is being in the victim consciousness, and you won't necessarily be aware of it if you are. That happened to me, and I share that in the video with some help on what to look for. It took me a good number of months to work through that once it was discovered. It's not easy to face, but that wasn't the end of it. No, these things come in layers. Now, the second thing I'm sure any of you who've seen more than just a couple of my videos will be able to tell me yourself is get out of the mind, get into the heart. That covers a lot of the bases. Don't feel bad if you're taken in by these guys. They're mighty slick. Okay? And that's okay. So just remember to love yourself. No treating yourself harshly. No self-criticism. Now, let's all have a look at something that people in the past tended to run away from. We look around and we see that everything seems to be collapsing all around us, everywhere. And we wonder, what the heck? Are all those terrible prophecies coming true after all? Well, absolutely not, my friends. Let's take another look at that. Try these heart glasses on and see if you don't like the view a bit better. This stuff is all coming up and crashing down all around because the darkness is being cleared out of us. We're preparing for upliftment, for ascension, and so the more cleaning we can do up front, the better our chances and our experiences will be with that. Look, friends, it's got to be done. We can't keep running away from this stuff and think we're going to get away with that and just get to leave all this junk behind. It just doesn't work that way. Listen up. You've got to take out the trash. You've got to face your own crap. So do I. Let's all stop the damn running. Look at it this way. It's a very good sign when all this stuff comes up in our life. That means, or it can, that it's on its way out of your life. Now, who wouldn't want that? So then let's stand, face, and conquer the crap. It cannot hurt you. You are a great, magnificent light being. Not some measly peon we've been programmed to believe that we are. They want us to need them. Well, we don't. Okay, all together now. Turn it down if you've got kiddies around. Let's say the new mantra to the mind. You're fucked, and everything you believe is bullshit. Keep saying that if you have to get yourself back out of the mind. We've got to stop trusting our thoughts. Thought is a liar. Do whatever it takes to take the short trek from the head to the heart. It's a must. Your progression, your ascension depends on this. Mind doesn't ascend, heart does. Surely you knew that. All these imposters, these slick ones, are purely in mind with their deceptions, you know. They'll have us so tied up in knots we won't know what happened if we allow it. Withdraw and remove your free will consent to whatever they're doing to and with you. Report them to cosmic sources of light if you feel called to do that. Call in heaven's reinforcements. Okay, friends, this is, have you ever heard of opposition? When things are working against you because they don't want you to do what you're doing? Well, this is the first video I'm going to have to cut and paste together, because I got to this paragraph and all of a sudden my video mucked up. I wonder why. Here we go. Personally, I call to my guides, my spirit warriors, and angels of light when I need to. When it gets really serious, I call on the Andromedan Council and even the Syrian High Council as well. I call them all in when I feel like it. There is also a group of light beings who serve on the Great Karmic Board. They make decisions about things involving karma on Earth, and you can petition them in whatever way your heart guides you to. And I'm stepping out of the written journal here, which was written to go along with the live journal, whatever. Tonight, I made some calls that certain beings whose intent is deception of light beings like us, that the cosmic mirror be put up in front of us, and that instead, when they send out their deception, that it bounces right back to them. Okay? We can make all kinds of calls, and we can call on the Great Karmic Board and ask that if it be the will of Source, the will of God, that's just what happens, or something along those lines. Just close it by saying, according to the will and the wisdom of God, or something like that. And that way you give your higher source, or your higher self, the opportunity to adjust and perfect the call. So, back to the written journal that goes with the live journal, whatever. The beings of light observe the rules. And the first rule, as we know, is non-interference. We know about that. The next one, though, is free will. And it's surprising how many of us don't know about that. Beings of light cannot, by cosmic law, interfere with a being's free will, except under very limited circumstances not relevant to this. So that means, dear ones, they must be invited into a situation. All these people that wonder why God lets things happen. Well, did you say a prayer? Did you invite God and the angels in to do anything? If you didn't, then God didn't let it happen. You did. So, you must issue the invitation for their assistance. Be specific with what you want and call them to assist. Don't think of yourself anymore as this puny little human thing. That's a crock of you-know-what, so just dump it. And take out that trash. Incinerate that stuff. If you know about the violet flame, then great, call some of that in as well. It's a great cleaning that it does for you. It's very high frequency, well, for 3D anyway. Okay, enough. I've gone on more here than in the video, so I guess you get both a live vid and a written journal to go with it this time. Do make good use of it, dears. It's in your best interests, and that's in my best interests. One last note. Yes, I even wrote in here, have you heard about opposition? That's when you're trying to do something that's right or that's for the light, and it seems everything falls apart. Everything tries to stop you. Be careful about giving into that, thinking, oh, it must not be meant to happen, and just giving up. I bet if you could see on the other densities those no-see-ums who are playing their little games with you, you wouldn't be so quick to just quit. I'm having a blast with this. I love it that they're upset. Tough luck. So, have some gumption, okay? Let's really be the sovereign beings that we are and get on with that. But be in heart with this. Don't get into polarity or resistance with these things. That won't come out the way you want it to. And that comes from head. What I'm suggesting instead is a heart strategy. Be in heart with such firm, strong intent that that's what carries you through. No opposition can withstand a determined heart, especially with a bit of wisdom and knowledge thrown in on the side, like knowing who your heavenly friends are and knowing that they must be invited in to assist. Simple things like that will turn the tide for us, my friends. So let's rock.